Hi, everyone. Welcome to Shout Out Saturday in the Thrive
Yay!
Tribe. Yay! Today, I'm
Uh,
really excited to have a very old, well, he's not very old, but our friendship is very old, very
yes.
old friend, Ray Lozano, who is going to share with us a little bit about himself and about the fabulous work he's doing all around the country. And so let's welcome to the Thrive Tribe, Ray Lozano.
Yay! Here he is. Thanks, Joel, for having me, man. I am so excited about this.
Sure. Ray, can you tell the Thrive Tribe a little bit about who you are and what you do on the planet?
I am this fabulous guy that gets to travel all around the United States talking to kids about drugs and alcohol. And I do it in a real fun way and a lot of entertainment, a lot of stories, a lot of stuff. And just, yeah, that's what I get to do. And I love being able to do that. It's so much fun.
And so how did you just get into this line of work? I know that, your background, you worked with youth for a really long time in a variety of different ways. How did you
Right.
fall into that?
Oh man, I wish I fell into it. I put a lot of work into getting this done like this. I did my first presentation when I was in high school. I was a junior in high school, and I did my very first presentation. Didn't think it'd go anywhere, and all it was a little health class. And do you remember when you had to go to school and you had to do those 3-panel boards, and it was either a volcano or mold or one of the, yeah. I did mine on alcohol just because some incidences had taken place, and I wanted to know this information. So I did this little 3-panel board, and it was way different than what all the other kids were doing, and the teacher really liked it. And she asked me to do like a verbal report off this little board. I'm like, okay. So I talked for maybe 5 minutes tops. And then like a couple of days later, one of the other health teachers asked me to come and present this little 3-panel board on alcohol. And I presented it in her classroom. And then all of a sudden I became this drug guy on our campus. And it wasn't like I don't do drugs. They were like, well, why does this happen? And so that kind of kept happening. And then when I got out of high school, I did it for free for a long time. And then in 1988, I got a call and somebody offered me $100 to come and speak for 45 minutes. I'm like, I'm there. And it's been history ever since, but it's been a lot of work. And, I've had to learn the business end and the speaking end and the contract end and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So it's been a lot of work, but it's been well worth it. I love it, love it, love it.
What would you say is your purpose on the planet?
That's an easy one. I feel like I am underneath the finger of God when I am speaking to kids and I see kids walk in disengaged, not wanting to be there, knowing that it's going to be a drug presentation. And then when they walk out with, wow, that was terrific. I'm glad you came. And I don't know how many speakers have kids actually shake their hands and tell them thanks for coming to present drug information. But that is when I know I've done a good job. I've added some new components in it now about, do you have an addiction? And that's been real eye-opening for kids. I ask these 5 questions at the end of my presentation to determine whether you have an addiction or not. And those 5 questions have really made an impact on kids. And they come up to me and kids are like, man, I said yes to 5 of those questions, but I don't feel like I'm addicted. And I'm like, well, it's not how you feel, it's how you answer those questions. And they're concerned. They're like, maybe I have gone too far. Can I stop? Is it possible? And I'm like, yes, you're young enough where you could still fix this. But if you keep going down the road, it's going to be tough on you.
Wow. That I just think about the profound impact that you're having on kids' lives. And speaking of kids, your own daughter is now working with you, correct? What is that
Yes,
like?
that is correct. I cannot tell you how happy I am to have her working with me. So I have a lot of business and I needed somebody else, and she's just the perfect fit. And I had brought in another speaker and had lined up business for them in September. And that other speaker, through a life circumstances, had to move, had to, find some other work and stuff like that. So I was double booked. And I asked my daughter, I said, do you think you'd be able to do this? And she goes, well, I've heard you for, since I was
Years.
a kid. So maybe. And I gave her a month to learn all the information. And she went out and did her first presentation. And you couldn't even tell that it was her first one. And so she did fantastic. She
That
was,
must feel really awesome.
yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty
I
exciting.
love your Facebook post when it's you and her on the plane together.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best. So good.
All right. One other question before I go into a kind of what I call our random questions. But what do you think is your go-to strategy for well-being?
You mean personally?
Yes.
Okay. My go-to strategy for well-being. I really need to be not self-centered. I really need to be centered in what I do. And so I need to have the good mixture of knowing that my family's strong, knowing that my relationships are strong. And in turn, I think that strengthens me to get out there because I know that I can look back and see that there's support for me. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so that's kind of what it would be. So I'm always asking my wife, is it okay if I go? I got a 13-week stretch. That's a long time. Are you going to be okay with that? What do you need from me? To make sure that my relationship with her is priority, my relationship with my daughter's priority, my faith is strong. And then in turn, I feel like it empowers me to do these other things. And that's what keeps me healthy. That's what keeps me safe. That's what keeps me from, you can get crazy when you're on the road. And, you can go crazy with food. You can go crazy with a lot of other stuff. And it really helps me to stay self-centered and in what I do, knowing that my foundation is in good shape.
Nice. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. So here's some just random questions. So
Okay.
Jimmy Fallon asked you to come on his show, which is just slightly more popular than this show you're on right now.
Yeah.
And there's, the band plays some music when Ray Lozano's coming out.
Love it.
What is the Ray Lozano song?
You know what? I would have to steal it from George Lopez, but I would probably want the Lowrider song to come out. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I would want. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That's exactly what I want.
If you were to describe yourself as a piece of fruit, what fruit represents Ray and why?
What fruit would represent Ray and why? I would be a mango.
Ooh.
Just, being Hispanic. And then I don't know if I'm sure you've eaten a mango, right?
I love mangoes.
Okay. Well, you know how they have the big seed in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're cutting into it and then you're like, dang it, hit the seed. Dang it, hit the seed. Okay, there, I got it. And so I think I want to be a little mysterious. Like, how do you eat this fruit? I don't know if you've ever given a mango to somebody that's never had a mango before, and then they take the peel off and it's just a mess. And so I would want to be a mango. And so I would want, kind of have the red tint to it with the yellow on the verge of being ripe, in the process of becoming ripe, with a big seed in the middle, which would be the foundation. That's the fruit I would want to be as a mango.
I like it.
And
I like it.
Smoothie.
Because you're very smoothie, Ray.
That's right. I like being mixed up with other stuff. So yeah.
All right. So I'm going to ask you some this or that questions. So I'm going to say two things and you pick them. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Car or truck?
A car.
Money or free time?
Ooh. Money.
Amusement park or day at the beach?
Oh, amusement park.
At the movies, candy or popcorn?
Popcorn.
Pen or pencil?
Pencil.
Pancake or waffle?
Waffle.
Phone or tablet?
Phone.
Winter or summer?
Summer. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking for just one more really good one. Let's do, actually, since you travel out, dine in or delivery?
Dine in or delivery? Man, that's a tough one. Wait a minute. Dine in the restaurant.
Dine in the restaurant,
Delivery. Yes, delivery. Yeah. There's nothing better than sitting in your underwear, eating some kind of food from a restaurant, watching TV.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can't really do that in the restaurant. So
No. Not without getting in a lot of trouble, I found out.
All right. So last question. Don't overthink it. Just speak from your heart.
Okay.
If you could teach the world just one thing, and there's the world watching right now, what do you want the world to learn from you?
What I want them to learn from me. From me?
Mm-hmm.
Or from each other? From me?
Yeah.
You know what?
What do you want to teach the world?
What I would love to teach the world is that it's possible to get important information across to other people without offending them or without belittling who they are. And that's one of the things I always try to do in my presentations, because I talk to a lot of kids that use drugs, and it's always an us against them mentality, mentality. So it's, we don't do drugs, you do drugs, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. And I hate that. And I would love it to be more of a conversation, because you look at that on all these posts on Facebook. This is right. No, this is right. No, this is right. No, we need more guns. No, we need less guns. No, we need more of this. And there's never that conversation. And that's where I think we lose it. And so I would want people to learn that you can have a conversation with other people that don't believe like you do, and it'll work.
I love that. I think the world would be a much more peaceful place if
Right.
we learn to disagree respectfully, right?
Right.
So I'm going to put in the comment box links to your website. So if people are listening right now that go, hey, I want Ray to come talk to my kids. Is there anything else that you want to add about something that's coming up, or anything else about contacting you?
No, I have so many things coming up. I don't think I could fit anything else in. And so, if they can catch me somewhere, that'd be great. Especially if they, know or saw it on this show, and, they're like, oh, I saw you with Joelle and Shout Out Saturday. And, let me know that, definitely. And, everything's going great. And I don't think there's anything I could add to it, but definitely put my website on there.
I will definitely put that in the comments, and you can feel free to add anything else too. Thank you so much for being here, Ray. It's great to see you again. I really wish I had the Lowrider song to take us out on, but next time I'll be ready. Everybody else, have a great rest of your Saturday. If you want to be a guest on the Thrive Tribe Saturday Shout Out, just give me a little holla and I will put you on, because I just really want us all to get to know each other better. Hashtag build belonging, hashtag cultivate connection. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.